No, it's all good.
I overshadowed it.
Hello, everyone. This is Badtastic at Night, episode 10.
Episode 10.
It is Spooky Month, and in honor of Spooky Month, we're going to talk about one of the most horrifying things ever has happened. KSI not only threatened to make music, he made the music.
And a video with it.
And he came out with a video, yeah.
Yeah, I was just informed on this topic maybe 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, he just found it. This is like, I hate to say this is like 9/11. Where were you when KSI dropped? What is the name of the song? Does anyone know?
All
I know is whoa.
Guys,
thick of it. It's thick of it. And he really did put us in the thick of it. So I guess that part's accurate.
It's I mean, it's something, man. I don't know how to go about that, to be honest with you.
KSI's been doing a lot of weird actions recently. I don't know if you've seen.
I've heard.
Yeah, so Dan TDM made his little comment about the Lunchly announcement, right? And KSI, I don't know, that was like almost a month ago now, and KSI has not left it alone. Like, this motherfucker, KSI is already like a DJ, and he's on Twitter all day, right?
I'm surprised this guy still has a platform, to be honest.
Dude, he's like too famous to fail at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, no matter what, he's gonna have diehard fans. I used to be a fan of him when I was a kid. But then I don't know, I'm not really like into him anymore, really. But
wait, so is it him and Logan Paul that own Prime or whatever?
Yeah, they're not even like owners for real. So there's a lot of people think that they are owners, but they really only own like a small percentage of the company each. Oh. But it seems like they're the owners because of the face of the brand. Like they are the main like face and promoters, but they're not the owners.
This whole time I thought they created it.
No, they never actually created it. More information. So I've actually done a couple deep dives on this topic. Yeah, I've done a couple deep dives on this topic, and genuinely they were just approached by a brand that was making, I think it was sports drinks at first.
Right.
So they were approached by this brand, and they were like, yo, we have this idea for like a drink. And then they endorsed it and supported it because they were offered a large percentage of ownership. I can't remember if they were offered or if they just bought a large percentage of ownership. Yeah. And then after that, they became the face of the brand, so a lot of people associate them as being the owners. But they are not the like major shareholders of their own brand. I think they own 30% like collectively.
That's fucking funny. I don't know this whole because like every time I see Logan Paul or KSI,
he fucking put a bottle of Prime in his music video.
In the music video, yeah. That blows my mind. I had no idea that they didn't create it.
It's fucking crazy. There's like, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of brands out there where you might think someone is the owner, but really they're just the face of the brand. We
gotta make a drink and then just absolutely advertise it beyond belief.
Yeah. What would our drink be called? And what would it be? I think, me personally, I love absinthe. So we can make absinthe.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we got to make a name out. So I remember there was I don't know if you ever heard of Oliver Tree, but he made like a
Oliver Tree. Yeah.
He made like Goo or whatever. It was like the spin-off of Prime.
Yeah,
fucking love that name. And that was like the first thought I had, but it would not be Goo. I don't even know what we would do as our drink.
Yeah. And are we thinking like alcoholic beverage, or are we thinking like anything?
Oh, dude, I would love to do a thing like grog with the cold ones. Have you ever heard of that?
I've watched cold ones, but I don't know. What is grog?
So grog is their like beer.
It's their beer.
Yeah, they have like a couple flavors. It's not released yet, I think, in the U.S. I think it's only in Australia, but their whole marketing is actually pretty dope. You should take a look into that. But
we name it like the baddest drink.
Yeah, the bad. Probably just be something like bad juice.
Bad juice.
Sorry, guys.
Get off the set.
Yeah.
You're fired. Yeah, I don't even know what our name would be, but
I think we should make absinthe.
What was the lunchable things that Logan?
Lunchly.
Lunchly, what's that all about?
Okay, so that's where the drama about Dan TDM started with KSI.
Okay.
Is because they did this like shitty ass live stream announcement. And I say shitty because there's literally a portion of it where it's like 140p and you cannot actually hear or see what they're doing.
Oh, it's like actually...
Yeah, no, it's actually dog shit.
Bad content or quality.
Yeah, like it's actually bad quality. And you would think, but whatever. So, yeah, they did this announcement and Dan TDM was like, yo, like, you guys all have like majority kids as your like audience, it's kind of crazy to be promoting this. And that was like all he said. And then he dipped. And he just, that was it. Like, he was... what is it? Real G's move in silence. And Dan TDM was like, all right, I'm gonna say my little thing and then move on. Yeah. And since then, KSI has spent like every day tweeting about Dan TDM at least once.
What a goofy guy.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck, like, fuck you, Dan TDM. And then there's actually one of my favorite things I've seen is KSI went on a podcast with his friends, and he brought it up, and he was like, you know, a lot of these big YouTubers are just surrounded by a bunch of yes men, right? But he went to the Sidemen on his Sidemen podcast, and he was like, yeah, you know, Dan TDM, like, fuck that guy, am I right? And then they're like, actually, no. Like, I don't...
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, actually, no. Like, we watched him when we were a kid. Like, he said something valid, and we're not just going to sit here and, like, support you. So that was cool. That was interesting to see. I'm glad to see that they're not just, you know,
it's good
yes men, spineless. Like
exactly. It's good to see some people, like, actually standing up for something like that.
Yeah.
Not just, like...
Jake Paul tried to weigh in, but it was just like, man, shut the fuck up.
Man, who the fuck even talks about Jake Paul anymore?
No, literally, like he's off the face of the planet.
I felt like he's like very obsolete. Does he still box?
Yeah, he actually does. Interesting thing, KSI has been threatening to box Jake Paul for like 4 years now, and it's never happened. It's never happened.
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen. He has to be scared. That's the only reason. He has to be scared.
Whatever happened to Jake Paul fighting what's his face? Oh god.
Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
Did that ever happen?
I think that they still planned on it happening. I can't even remember if it did happen.
Because I thought they were.
Because I know there was like some medical shit that happened with Mike though, where he was like, fucking just being old, you know? Like,
the dude's up there in age. Yeah. I love the. Have you ever seen the clip of like, what was it? Mike Tyson's like, I think he was like taunting him or something, but he said some weird ass thing where it's like, yeah, whenever you do those little TikTok dances, I get a little boner.
No, I have not seen that.
Yeah, it was the weirdest shit. And like Jake Paul's sitting there, like I think he like
said I get a boner.
Yeah, Jake Paul had like whatever kind of like initial, I think, like slam at him, and then Mike Tyson starts saying that weird, goofy stuff.
Yeah, I will say I think that is one of my favorite things. Is when you have like a strange ass boxer, like their threats are crazy. Yeah. Like there's this one dude, I can't even remember his fucking name, but there's this one dude who like just straight like he threatens to do like sexual acts to every single person that he like, and it's just like it's like what the fuck, bro? Like I thought we were boxing. Like
so out of left field. It's like I mean I guess that kind of works in a way of like. Yeah. You know, like, what the hell?
It's like, I thought we were throwing hands, not grabbing with hands. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you know?
You're not trying to fuck me. It's like, hey, I don't know.
He's like, I'm trying to fuck.
Yeah. I remember seeing that clip, and it was like one of my favorite things.
That's so ridiculous.
Mike Tyson's a goofy dude.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Have you seen when he was like in his crazy shrooms era? Like any of those clips?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember him talking about it.
Dude, I'll never forget when he went on. I think it was Impulsive. He went on Impulsive, and he just took shrooms like in there, and he was continuously like eating more. Yeah. And it was just like, dude, like what the fuck? Like
that's terrifying. He was on a podcast doing that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. I might have heard about that, but I didn't see the clip of him.
Yeah, that was the only Impulsive podcast I've ever watched. Because I was just so intrigued. I was like, what do you mean? Like,
that reminds me of a clip I saw with, damn, I'm forgetting all sorts of names, but what is it? Shane Gillis is the stand-up comedian?
He is a stand-up comedian.
Yeah. He was on Joe Rogan or whatever, and I think they all took shrooms or whatever. Yeah. And they took too much, and then I think Shane was just like, it's fine. We'll drink our way through this. And like, that's such a scary thought.
Yeah, no.
Getting drunk while on shrooms?
Yeah, no. That's a horrible idea.
I feel like it's, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never taken shrooms, but I gotta say, I don't want to get drunk on that.
Dude, yeah. Oh, that just made me think of something fucking crazy. Yeah. Do you, oh my God, what's the guy who played in that Iron Man movie? Oh, Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
You know Terrence Howard? Yeah. You know how he tried to come up with that math? Have you seen that?
I don't think so.
I think it's called like Teriology, and he like tries to say that 1 × 1 is 2.
Is he just
and he sent what? So this is another one of my favorite like I'm way too informed dramas. He sent Neil deGrasse Tyson an email, and the email was a manifesto. It was like I think it was like 17 pages of him explaining why 1 × 1 = 2, math is wrong, science is wrong, everything has to do with the harmonization of frequencies within an atom or something, and Neil deGrasse Tyson put it in the best words ever, which is, you think you know so much because you learned a little. Like, you learned a little and you think you know a lot because of that. You drew a couple, like, assumptions based on what you knew.
Yep.
And he showed us the document because Terrence Howard went on Joe Rogan's podcast and he kind of dogged on Neil deGrasse Tyson. And he was like, yeah, he ripped apart my ideas. And then he was on Joe Rogan spewing his bullshit. And Joe Rogan is sitting there and he's like, whoa, man. Like, whoa. And he just like lets him talk and just like lets him spread fake fucking knowledge.
Oh my God.
And so Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, all right, this is my response. He shows that he went through and put like notes on every single one of his points. Starting like from the very beginning of the document, he made an assumption that was wrong and based everything else off of it. Like everything else.
Oh my God.
And so Neil deGrasse Tyson went through like the peer review process and he was like, you know, all this shit is fucked up and it's all because of this one assumption you made at the very beginning, which leads me to believe everything is false. But he still read it all, showed us it all. Dude, this guy's crazy.
So this guy put all this fucking time in.
Yeah, he put hours in, and it's like, you gotta respect the hustle, but
damn, you dumb.
but like, damn, like one times one does not equal two. Like, no matter which way you slice it, like
that's goofy. That's just such a like a I don't know. That's such a dramatic way to put it.
And he drew this like beautiful art, which leads like other dumb people. Yeah. Okay, I don't like insulting other people's intelligence, but you got to be a little stupid to think 1 × 1 = 2.
Yeah, I mean, like I understand that's probably like a drama bait, kind of like or a rage bait kind of thing.
I think he's just delusional.
You think he
because he genuinely looks like he believes it every time he talks about it. And he drew these, mind you, these are some of the most beautiful images I've ever seen. He drew these beautiful like images of what he's talking about. And that is what I think makes people believe it more, is you're looking at it and you're like, holy fuck, this is the harmonization of the universe. This is beautiful. This is the most great thing ever. Ew. But if you just take like 2 seconds to think about it, if I have one of these, right?
Yeah.
And there's one table, right? How many tables do I have? If I still put this here, like if I just put that right there, right?
Right.
How many tables am I still left with?
1 table.
Did you take a shroom, Zion?
If I have one of these and I stack it 1 time on this table, how many of those are stacked?
You only got 1 of the coasters.
1 × 1 = 1, y'all.
Boom.
Bam.
You heard it here, folks. That's all for tonight.
Mike Tyson says take shrooms.
So segue. Any spooky? You told me about a spooky movie. This is a huge segue off of.
Oh yeah. So it's not spooky, but
it is
it's in the theme. It's in the theme. It's in the theme. It's
in the festivities of October.
So it tries to be spooky. There's this movie. Now, this is where we were purposely searching for a bad movie before we watched it. And I learned now what Tubi movies, like the joke Tubi movies, means, because this shit's on Tubi.
Okay.
And we had to sign into Tubi on my TV. I didn't feel good about it.
I don't think I've ever used Tubi.
Never have I. No, I never have. But if you ever want to see a dog shit movie, go on Tubi. I'm telling you. They got some interesting shit. But it's called The Last Vampire on Earth.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, let me set the scene.
Gotta unpack this one, yes.
So, there's this vampire who says he's been around. He's 28 years old is what he says he is. Or no, he says he's 20 years old. Mm-hmm. But actually...
He's a vampire.
Yeah, and this is in 2008. So, he says he's 20 years old, but he's actually been around since 2028 years before. So, he's 20, but he's not actually 20. He's, old as shit. But anyway... This guy, his name is Aurelius, by the way. That's another thing.
Fuck.
It was so funny every time he said his name, because it's like, my name's Aurelius.
Aurelius.
Like, hey, Chloe, my name's Aurelius. Chloe's his love interest, by the way. So,
right on.
There's this vignette on the
The vignette?
Yeah, vignette. Yeah. My bad. I've always said vignette.
You good.
I don't know why I've said vignette.
It sounds cool either way.
Yeah. I think when I see an E, 2 T's, and then another E, I think A.
Yeah.
So.
It's my say it however you want to say it, bro.
Vignette.
Vignette.
There was a vignette that was on the movie the whole time.
Ugh.
And it was intense. So like when it started, we were like, oh, we're in a dream sequence.
Yeah.
No.
It just never left.
It was there the whole time.
Damn.
And Aurelius, this vampire, not a single vampiric trait besides the fact that he lives forever. He walks in the sunlight. We only see him drink blood once, and it's clearly like grape juice that they poured in a glass. He drinks it from a glass, too, by the way, mind you.
Doesn't sleep in a coffin or nothing?
no crypt, no, there's not a bat in a single time in the movie.
This is a fake ass vampire.
Dude,
movie,
no,
bro.
he's not a vampire in any sense, but they say he's a vampire, and he has this love interest named Chloe, and she has AIDS.
Yeah.
We don't know she has AIDS till damn near the end of the movie, by the way.
What is his name? Aurelius?
Yeah, Aurelius. And Aurelius is like, yeah, I wanna be a doctor and I wanna like cure AIDS. And his girlfriend this whole time has AIDS and just doesn't tell him.
Damn.
Or anyone in their family.
Wait, does he have... so...
He doesn't have AIDS, no.
No. But wait, you said girlfriend. Are they dating?
Yeah, they're dating.
So
And she just assumes he's a vampire one day and tells him.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, you have to be a vampire, Aurelius." And he's like, "How'd you figure it out, Chloe?"
Oh my God.
I never thought anyone would find out. And it's
Twilight
like,
crap.
no, it's literally like the worst Twilight shit ever. I don't know if you know about. I think it's the baseball scene in Twilight or whatever. They like kind of replicate it, but
The movie?
yeah.
They did like a little homage to this?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
I
looked
never
like
knew
it
that.
at least. I don't know. But you know what? Twilight's probably based off of Aurelius, so you never know.
That's true.
But
If it came out.
yeah, it's just like the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. There is one scene that is absolutely, God, I fucking die laughing every time I've seen it. I've seen it once and then we rewinded to watch it again because it was just hilarious.
Yep.
This movie, it just drags on for a while. You're just like, oh my God, can this shit end? And then out of nowhere, Chloe, whose dad is a priest. By the way, Aurelius can walk into churches, no problem. Never has to get invited anywhere. He interacts with clergymen completely fine.
Most lame vampire.
This vampire does nothing. Besides order blood from this one like blood bank guy.
He's got
Anyway.
the blood, bro.
The 10-year-old brother of Chloe says to her parents, "I overheard Aurelius talking to Chloe and he said he's a vampire." What does his parents do? They're like, "No, that can't be." And then he's like, "No, you gotta believe me." And they immediately are like, "Well, we believe you, son."
Hey, oh, you're a
Yeah,
vampire. I
they're like,
guess.
"You know what? He has to be a vampire. My 10-year-old son said it." So he's
Oh,
like,
you got me.
He's like, "You know what? I'm gonna get to the bottom of this." Is what his dad says. So this vampire, who apparently has super speed, that is the one ability they did show he has. He can move really fast. He played ping pong with himself one time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. But this dad calls Aurelius and is like, "Oh, meet me at the church. You know, like I gotta do something." And they meet at the church, and then Aurelius somehow he gets off screen basically. Not off screen killed, but he gets off screen like sorry actions occur. He gets his ass whooped. And they bring him to the stake basically to burn him. And Chloe gets a gun. We don't know. She
Just has a gun.
yeah, she straight up just grabs a gun, right? And she's like, "Oh, I know what they're doing to Aurelius. They can't do this to my king," kind of shit.
Yeah.
And she pulls up, and there's 6 people in a circle. You know, all of 4 of them being her family members, which is her mom, her dad, her younger brother, and then I can't remember who the other person was.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Random people.
And mind you brought a 10-year-old to burn someone alive. I don't know. That's crazy.
That's a
Yeah,
thing to
but
do.
they're all circled around, and Chloe pulls up, and she like grabs the gun, and she's like, "Let him go! Like, don't kill him!" And they're like, "Chloe, we have to do this. He's a vampire. If we don't do this, he's gonna destroy the world. He's so evil. This vampire hasn't done shit anyway." And she's like, "No, I'm serious." And they're like, No, we have to. And then some guy goes to light it, and she just shoots him immediately. No words, no like, "Stop it or I'll kill you." She just, boom. And then like everyone around, they're not surprised, they're not scared. No one acts surprised or anything. They're just like, "Ooh." And then they just untie Aurelius and let him go. Cops not called. Nothing happens.
All she had to do was dome a motherfucker real quick.
And they never mention this dead guy ever again. No one goes to help him. Nothing. He just gets shot fucking dead, and then we move on. And then after that scene, it's just next scene. Next scene. Now oh, that's an important detail. They're in a play, and Aurelius gets picked to be Dracula.
Oh,
Yeah.
coincidental.
And so then Chloe's like, oh, she goes to the doctor after shooting a man in broad daylight. Police never interact, but she goes to the doctor and they're like, "Oh yeah, your AIDS is now super cancer AIDS."
You got super AIDS.
Yeah, because they literally are like, "Oh yeah, this is AIDS but worse. Your AIDS has gotten worse, and now you have cancer too, and you have a cancerous form of AIDS as well on top of that." So she has super cancer AIDS. And she goes to Aurelius and she's like, Aurelius, you're a vampire. If you bite me, would that cure my super duper ultra AIDS? And then they do this corny scene where he like bites her on stage.
So now does he have AIDS?
I don't know. I feel like he should.
Yeah.
Because it's like blood transfer, right?
Wouldn't he have AIDS? He's a vampire who's got AIDS that lives forever.
Dude, imagine having AIDS forever. That would
That's
suck.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Imagine how much AIDS would spread.
It's like Deadpool almost.
In what way?
Because you know how Deadpool has like the healing factor, but he also has like super cancer?
Oh yeah, I guess he does.
Yeah,
but he
so
can't
you-
spread the cancer.
Well, yeah, true.
The,
This vampire, anyone they
Aurelius.
bite gets AIDS.
Aurelius, yeah. Now he
Oh
just
my God.
spreads AIDS.
Now he is being evil.
He would be spreading like super.
Yeah,
AIDS.
super cancer AIDS. He would be spreading super cancer AIDS.
That's a
Fuck.
fucking.
Hey, the world
nuclear
is
bomb.
so lucky that Aurelius is the sorriest vampire to ever exist.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't do nothing, bro. He just stays out the way.
Okay, so if he bites his girlfriend, he's gonna be Well, he did. He did, didn't he, in the movie?
They didn't say. Because the ending scene is them at the play,
Okay.
and they do the famous, like, oh, I want you to bite me. And he's like, are you serious? This is like a
real?
serious decision. And then he bites her on stage on some corny shit.
Okay.
Like actual
Well,
bite shit.
Let's
but-
say, yeah, Ordelius bites his girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's gotten super cancer AIDS now, right?
Yeah.
Because he's
Yeah.
got cancer too.
Because that's what, yeah.
Yeah. He's a vampire who lives forever, and he's got super cancer AIDS.
At least him and his girl both have it now.
Yeah.
They're both super
ain't gonna-
super aid vampires together.
Yeah, he's not gonna die. His girlfriend's gonna croak. Well, wait.
No,
wouldn't
she's not.
She be a vampire.
Yeah, no, she's not.
That's. Oh my fucking god.
But that's the thing, because he
more-
said that it would
he
cure
bites.
her.
But it ain't
So-
gonna cure her.
So, but like, did it cure her, or did he just
You
get
just got
super
s-
cancer AIDS?
you
And
both
like
now have super
they're
cancer.
they just live because
You
they can't
both-
die from it.
Yeah. So now you both are walking biohazards.
Yeah,
And I mean, you gotta feast at some point.
yeah.
There's gonna be a lot more super cancer aid.
Also, I don't understand how Aurelius was as rich as he was, because he was like supposed to be like this broke college student,
Oh yeah.
but it was like
Was he living in a little?
it was like,
castle?
dude. Well, yeah, it was just weird because it would be like
Gothic
I'm
castle.
like a broke college student, but then he lives in like a nice standard house, but he was buying fucking huge amounts of blood bags
Yeah, that can't
every
be
fucking
cheap.
week.
That
yeah,
can't be cheap.
not at all. That's
No
human
way.
blood.
Yeah, that's human blood.
Like-
also, yeah.
If you were a vampire, would you do that though? Would you go out of your way to buy blood bags to avoid getting caught if you're a modern day vampire?
realistically, probably.
I don't think I would.
Really?
I think I would kind of fuck with the notoriety. Like, don't fuck with me,
I don't know.
bitch.
I mean, if
Come
I'm
to my
gonna
castle.
be, if I'm gonna be contributing to society as a vampire, are we doing that?
Oh, are you saying like we're blending into society?
Like, are you gonna be full vampire living in a fucking?
Honestly, though, if I had Aurelius's
Catacomb.
vampire powers,
Castle.
where you can just walk in the daylight, that ain't a bad gig. Maybe I would try and blend into society.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
That
as a
would-
vampire, you can only go out at night, or when it's raining,
that's what I'm saying.
or you
Yeah,
can
so-
get like a parasol, I guess. But.
Yeah, right. So you're contributing to society.
Okay.
At that point, I would buy blood.
Yeah, I
But
would.
if
I would probably. Yeah.
If I'm going full on Dracula cloak,
Oh
fucking
yeah.
widow's
Yeah,
peak,
yeah, yeah. Hell yeah.
sleeping in a
Full
tomb.
Vladimir.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna be fucking selling that idea and only going for like humans.
Yeah, I
Not just bags of blood.
So like already, my dream is to live in this big ass like cathedral at some point. I really want to build a cathedral to literally no god but the outer gods from Elden Ring / the Bloodborne
Eldritch
nightmares.
horrors all
Yeah,
over the castle.
but. Yeah, I'm not even lying about that, by the way. I genuinely want to have a gargoyle that's like one of the Thumerian gargoyles, where it's not an actual, like, it's not like one of the creatures, like, it's like, instead it's,
That's kind of badass.
it's just one of the, like, praying guys, but they have the head of the amygdala.
So you want your house like that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude, imagine inviting people over and
That's,
like,
yeah,
you
oh,
got this
oh,
crazy-
100%. Yeah,
That'd be
that's
kinda
the whole
badass.
plan.
Yeah.
The plan is go somewhere where it's cold, too. Because if you go, just, I don't know, I love the idea of a huge-ass neo-Gothic cathedral just nestled in the snow.
Yeah, some like old Victorian fucking
Yeah.
castle.
Get some big dogs, you know?
Yeah,
You know,
get
people
some
show up and it's
bloodhounds.
just like lightning cracks. Like,
Get like a little trap door hatch so whenever people walk up, it opens up and like bats fly out.
yeah, that's fire.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that'd be badass. Fucking
I'm
classic.
putting Bat Hatch in the
Go
fucking
somewhere
zone.
where it storms often too, so there's like always lightning.
Yeah, where it's like
and-
monsooning. like if whenever you come, it's raining.
That's fucking badass.
That
man.
would be kind of awesome.
That'd be dope.
But yeah, I don't know. Probably something more small scale. But I still definitely want a neo-Gothic kind of house.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. At one point, I wanted to be an architect, actually. But then I realized I love math, and architects like to do things that are impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I had to throw that in. You know, fucking architect-engineer beef will never end.
Yeah, throwing it out there. Guys, comment. Start a fight in the comments.
Yeah, architect or engineer.
You decide.
Yeah, we should make a mobile game ad, like one of those mom versus dad, but instead it's architect versus engineer. Chemist
Yo, do we
versus
have that in the
physicist.
budget? Can we do that, guy? Do we have that in the
Yeah, do we have that in the budget?
Yeah, I don't. There's another
Eric,
question.
you should program a mobile ad.
Yeah, Eric, can you program us a video game and then we can advertise it?
Yeah.
Your website. I just made this.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up.
What was your next question?
Okay, so my next question was more on the lines of, again, with like Halloween spooky monsters and stuff. And I was gonna ask, we're talking about being vampires and stuff, but like, aside from having to be a vampire, what would you choose as like a spooky? Would you be a werewolf?
Oh, like if I could choose a lycanthropy, or if I could choose just any monster.
Well, any monster, because I think that opens it up. That broadens it a little bit more.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like, it'd be a little bit
Any
smaller.
monster.
Yeah.
What's your answer? I'll let you go first because mine is probably a little crazy. So.
A little wild.
Yeah, it's a little out
wild. I mean, it's a little like generic, but I always think it'd be badass to be a fucking werewolf.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Going around, because I think it stemmed majorly from playing Skyrim and just being a werewolf in that
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Dude, it was
Yeah.
go around just wrecking havoc. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be a werewolf, but I do want to hear what the fuck you got cooking up.
I would want to be an eldritch horror of some sort. I have two options, actually.
Yeah.
One of the beasts from Bloodborne. I love Bloodborne, so that shouldn't be that surprising. But not just any beast. I'm talking specifically like Vicar Amelia style. I'm normal. It's almost like a werewolf, actually, now that I think about it.
Wait, so that's from Bloodborne?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I have not played a whole lot of Bloodborne, so what
Okay.
even is that? I should ask.
Here, I'll pull up. Actually, Eric, pull up a picture of Vicar Amelia.
Checkmate, baby, dumbass.
Yeah, Jamie, pull up a picture of Vicar Amelia.
Jamie, can you pull up a picture of whatever she said?
So yeah, like that's kind of werewolf-esque because
It
you
kinda
do
looks
start
like a
off as
deer.
human.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have deer horns. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know if you can see it on the camera, but like, yeah.
No, I'm playing.
That's badass, man.
Yeah. So you would start human, but the thing with Bloodborne is you don't really have a choice. It's not like werewolf-esque where it's like I can choose when or like on a full moon. With Bloodborne, it's like I had way too much blood. Now it's just any second I'm going to transform and I'm stuck as that creature for the rest of my life, which I love.
Oh shit!
I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I've always been a fan of like imminent threats. I don't know, but that's option one. Second option is something like from Warhammer almost. Like
I could talk about Warhammer for fucking hours, dude.
I haven't played Warhammer or
I know.
anything, but I have watched hours of lore videos by Wes Hammer. I don't know if
Me
you guys
too.
know.
Wes Hammer.
Yeah,
Yes.
Wes Hammer on YouTube. I love the lore. It is so awesome.
Oh, dude, my whole fucking like YouTube feed is Warhammer videos.
It's so cool.
I think one of my favorite, like, one of the demons or whatever, outer gods, whatever, is Nurgle.
Yeah.
Nurgle's
yeah.
definitely one of my
yeah.
favorites. Right?
It's so awesome.
He's like a homie too at the same time because he's like all about family.
Yeah.
And he's like he got all these gifts and they just transform into like these pestilent, grotesque abominations.
I think Warhammer lore is so fucking cool.
It's so sick.
And it's
like,
so in depth because what is it? Over 370 books or something?
oh, dude, it's probably
like
even more.
400 something?
It's some insane shit.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is like all the stuff around the warp.
Yeah, that was what my idea was. It was like a fucking warp creature, like
being.
one of those fucking creatures that's just in the endless expanse of just
my
deep
God.
space. Like
Dude.
yeah. But those would be my options cuz I don't know. I think those are fucking badass.
Yeah, well, dude, if we're going that far, I would probably be maybe like a beast from Warhammer. I just don't even know which one I want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna sit on that thought because I don't even know, but we'll wrap it up here.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Maybe next podcast
episode,
as Joe and I we'll talk about some Warhammer
We'll
lore.
talk about some Warhammer lore for you Warhammer fans out there.
Yeah.
Dude, that'll be a fun podcast.
That would be fun.
That'll be a fun
That would be
podcast.
really fun.
But gang, we're gonna wrap it up today. Thank you guys for sticking around, listening, and for YouTube watchers, we're on Spotify, and for Spotify watchers, we're on YouTube. So guys, and Apple Music too. You have anything else that you would want?
Listen to KSI's new song.
Yeah, guys.
If we had to experience it, you do too.
Guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, and as always,
Sweet goodness.
yeah.
Bye bye.